It's back. Woo! Odyssey's Oceanfront Concerts on the sands of Virginia Beach, April 26th through 28th, with performances by Juicy J, and Elite Chopper, along with T Grizzly, Skilla Baby, 310 Baby, and Shorty Shorty. A full weekend of entertainment going down Oceanfront with DJs, food, and more. Odyssey's Oceanfront Concerts. Get your tickets now at OdysseyOceanfrontConcerts.com. That's AUDACY, OceanfrontConcerts.com.
Oh, a microphony.
And a phony at the mic.
This is the Bob and Jeff Show, starring Bob Lutz.
You think I'm some dummy off the street? My era's everything. I cover
your
all
era.
eras. My nickname, Mr. Era.
Jeff Lutz.
I've been around for 34 years, longer than most people.
34 years to me is that happened yesterday, not in your lifetime.
There's no alternate history where that could have been achieved.
97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Welcome back, everyone. It is hour number 2 of the Bob and Jeff Show, KFH Radio.
Just an update, I'm now 41 years old. I'm no longer 34, as that promo stated. We might need to get a new promo.
Well, Max will work on it. Maybe we don't say anything humorous anymore.
Here, Max, I'm going to allow you, I think in that promo I said, I've been on this earth for 34 years, so I'm going to allow you to splice this in. In 2, 1. I've been on this earth for 41 years. Now he can have that to put over the original.
Week. Let's get to Andrew, who's holding our old pal, older now than he used to be. Hey, Andrew.
A little bit older, only 23, not bad. I started calling this show when I was 18.
You're only 23?
Wow, time is...
I thought you were in your early 30s at least.
You were 16 when you first started calling this show, I believe.
Yeah, I was young. I was really young. I was on here back in the good old days when, well, not good old days, but I've been listening since day one. Unfortunately, I don't get to listen as much anymore because, being in Winfield and stuff. But I just got out of class and I thought, I'll give you guys a call, talk a little WrestleMania if you haven't talked about it already.
We haven't. We watched every second of it. I thought it was entertaining. Boy, I've never apologized for being a professional wrestling fan. I'm drawn to the entertainment value of it, and it was very good. But I don't know where they go from here. They always figure it out, and they'll take
Triple H will figure it out.
They'll take us in a new, interesting direction. But man, no bloodline. I don't know.
It's going to be really interesting to see what they do. The Paul Levesque era is going to be really awesome to watch as it continues to grow, to see what they do next, because it's, they had the bloodline and all of that, but now what are you going to do? Cody finished his story. Who's his next opponent? What are they going to do with Seth Rollins? All these awesome storylines. I can't wait to see what happens next.
I'm with you.
Cody's next opponent?
I don't know. I would assume maybe Gunther, but you can't really have Gunther lose. So you're going to have to put some stooge in there for a month or two that Cody can just kind of plow through, and I don't know who that would be.
Yeah, I don't know either, but it was my favorite. Well, honestly, one of my favorite memories so far from that WrestleMania 40, had to be the cash-in. I thought the cash-in was pretty cool. Seeing CM Punk get his
Priest,
his redemption, and all that stuff. Damian Priest getting that cash-in was super awesome.
Who's Damian Priest's next rival?
Very good question. We don't even know if he's a good guy or bad guy.
No. We'll figure all this out probably tonight at the WrestleMania. So it'll be really fun. But
how are things at Southwestern College, Andrew?
May 5th, graduation. I am ready to go. Ready to walk across the stage, get my bachelor's in communications, and see where life takes me next. I'm waitlisted. I don't know if you guys even know this. I got waitlisted at Syracuse for sports communications.
Wow.
So,
nice. That's awesome.
What happens there, and hopefully I get off that wait list and I get to go there. But if not, I got a few more options that I'm looking at. So we'll see what happens. But we're going for my master's, and then hopefully work in the sports world for the rest of my life.
Impressive. Keep us posted. We're always curious about you.
Hey, always thank you guys for inspiring me to do sports. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here right now.
Thank you, Andrew.
I
think he's talking to me.
Yeah, it has to be.
Thank you, Andrew.
Certainly not.
Well, I'm willing to accept that.
I'm not.
Well, no, you didn't have as big a role.
Why? Because you went to one of his football games? I mean, I
I
think
just
we
played a bigger
I
role.
think we kind of the exact same role.
I think I played a bigger role.
How?
I just do.
Exactly. I don't. Zero is what we did.
Let's get to the big fella, Anthony, who's next. Hey, Anthony.
Well, you know what? I can't believe I'm actually about to talk about this, but I heard you guys talk about it with the last caller, so may as well keep that train rolling. But WrestleMania, the last 2 nights of it, very entertaining. And
Yeah, it's highly
like you
entertaining stuff, and I get it. There's people. Some people don't like it. Some people, but I'm drawn to the
I don't know what's not
theater.
to like.
I'm drawn to the theater of professional wrestling. I always have been, and I'm highly entertained by it.
now, you know, you guys were talking a while ago about no bloodline. My question is there going to be no Judgment Day? Because we see now that Dirty Dom is linked up with the other Latino faction. I guess you call it LWO 2.0, going up against his dad, Rey Mysterio, and the LWO. I mean, it's a lot of storylines.
Yeah, they're
still
Legado
going
del
on.
Fantasma.
And then
Yeah,
you got
we're gonna see all kinds of changes, as we
And then you
typically
got-
do after
Right.
WrestleMania.
And then you got Mommy, as she says, she always comes out on top, and you just wonder if she's going to go through a character change. And that. All right, Jeff, calm down.
That wasn't me.
Okay, calm down. But
We all love Mommy though.
But the one right, we all love Mommy, don't we? And we love the mom, Becky Lynch. But I imagine Ric
Yep.
Flair was kind of envious of the wardrobe that Seth Rollins came out to the ring in on Saturday night. Though that attire he had on was it was quite the attire. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was very. It was
And
very
what
entertaining,
happens
say
to
the least.
Seth Rollins? So yeah, bunch of unanswered questions pertaining
So let
to
me ask you this. Let me
WWE.
ask you this question: what were the most compelling moments over the weekend? Because there was a lot of things going on. You had the women's final, of course. Dawn Staley, class act woman, the way she gave Caitlin Clark her props. So, what were the most compelling stories? Was it
Well,
South
I
Carolina,
thought it was
was
the
it-
women's
or was it-
championship
Okay.
game because I was totally involved, totally invested, and very impressed with South Carolina. They have just a bunch of good players, and they wore Iowa down. Iowa had
Right.
such a great start to that game. Caitlin Clark, 18 points in the first quarter, but South Carolina just comes in waves, and they wore the Hawkeyes down, I think.
absolutely? So that's another good story. Or was it the Coach Cal story? Did he steal any of the thunder from everything that took place, or was he still pretty much a back burner compared to, say, WrestleMania and the Women's World National
Coach
Title?
Cal's a
Hang
big
up in
story, but
Louisiana?
I wasn't. It came out of left field, but I'm not that shocked. Does that make sense?
Anthony gone.
There you go. He asked a question. He got out.
Yeah, he did what he needed to do.
Well, listen, he's a big fella for a reason.
That's right. Comes and goes on his time.
Yeah, he does.
Proud of him for
So
that.
when we had Jesse Newell on talking about the Royals, you kind of scoffed again.
The Royals are fine. I think MJ Melendez actually is going to be quite a good hitter. I can't say, I mean, I haven't watched the Royals yet because I watched the Guardians, but obviously I've paid attention. Their pitching has been fantastic. Michael Garcia has been fantastic. So I don't think if it's going to be a big improvement that it's necessarily going to come from the Hunter Renfroes and the Adam Frazier's and the Seth
Well, I never
Lugos of
thought
the
it would.
world.
Well, Seth Lugo's been
Maybe,
really-
but it's going to be their young guys finding a different level, and it seems like that might be happening.
Well, they're going to be good.
But
They're-
we'll see. Young teams have ups and downs.
Sure they do.
All teams have ups and downs.
My team's got more downs than ups. Your team right now playing pretty well. I don't know if you'll hold up or not.
We'll see. We got the White Sox, and then a pretty tough schedule after that.
You got five guys kind of carrying the Royals. Four guys, Garcia, Witt, Salvador Perez, and MJ Melendez. We'll see. they're off to a good start. What does that mean? I don't know. They're 6-4.
You'll take that. I mean, it's 10 games. We can't tell anything from 10 games.
Brady Singer, 0.68 ERA. Lugo, 0.71. Reagan's, 1.46. Waka, 2.25. Marsh, 3.09. That's through 10 starts.
That's what the Royals have been missing, not just depth in their pitching staff, but a bona fide ace.
Well, they got the bona fide. They might have two aces.
Cole Reagans. I don't know if I'm ready to anoint Brady Singer, but I think Brady Singer is going to be a lot better not having to be in that role, not having to be the guy in a rotation that carries you, but can instead slot behind a guy or two and
they might have
find
three
value that way.
Michael Waka might be an ace.
Well, he's had a nice career.
Meanwhile, we go out and get Kyle Gibson, who gives up 2 3-run homers in the first inning yesterday against the winless Marlins. I try not to think about it. You know?
Well, you took 2 or 3. I get it.
Now we got the Phillies coming in, and we got to face Wheeler and Nola Tuesday and Wednesday.
Sorry to hear that.
How do you think that'll go?
I don't think that'll go great.
If we could just get – we got to win tonight, right?
Is this another Marlins game?
No, this is a Phillies game.
Oh, okay, so it starts. I got you. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not very optimistic.
Who you facing tonight? Turnbull?
Yes. And quit doing that. Just because Kristen Wiig can pull it
I know,
off.
I do.
You're not funny.
I've done that a long time.
You're not in the same league as Kristen Wiig.
I never said I was.
We'll be back. We're going to do our Bob and Jeff draft. Non-American professional golfers.
All time or current?
All time.
All right.
That's the category. Join us in a moment.
It's back. Odyssey's Oceanfront Concerts on the sands of Virginia Beach, April 26th through 28th, with performances by Juicy J and Elite Chopper, along with T Grizzly, Skilla Baby, 310 Baby, and Shorty Shorty. A full weekend of entertainment going down Oceanfront with DJs, food, and more. Odyssey's Oceanfront Concerts. Get your tickets now at OdysseyOceanFrontConcerts.com. That's AUDACY, OceanFrontConcerts.com.
Love that song.
Good one.
Don't remember hearing it in a while, but glad Max played it today.
Thank goodness.
All right, we are doing the Bob and Jeff draft. If you've noticed over the past several weeks, I've started to establish myself as
several
a
weeks. You lost
winner
like
here.
the last 2.
So, Jeff, flip the coin.
What are you calling?
I'm going to call tails today.
What is it?
And it is, well, I don't know what that is. Is that tails?
That's tails.
I'll let you go first because I don't think there's a clear cut number 1, and I think 2 and 3 will help me enormously. Who's your pick?
I'm going to go Rory McIlroy.
Probably a good pick.
I guess.
Yeah, it's a good pick. This is a tough game.
It's not easy.
So I'm going to pick Seve Ballesteros and Nick Faldo. Pretty good ones.
I'm going to go Gary Player and the great Ernie Els. And I think I've wrapped this baby up.
Do you?
I do.
You're that confident.
McIlroy, Player, Else.
I'm going Greg Norman and Vijay Singh.
Vijay Singh never even won a major. That's a terrible pick. I will go John Rahm.
Current player.
At 4. Yeah, he's a current player. And my next pick gets extremely difficult. But it'll have to be, man, I got nothing.
You might be done.
I might be done. There's no separation between any of these.
Pick somebody.
Between any of these picks. I guess I'll take Nick Price.
That's a decent pick.
It's okay.
I will pick. This does get very tough. I'd pick this guy except nobody's ever heard of him. He's won more tournaments than any other foreign-born player.
Tommy Armour pick?
No, Harry Cooper.
Oh.
But I'm not going to pick him because he's a virtual unknown. So my picks will be Louis Oosthuizen, who's in the mix for every major, and Jason Day.
That's not a bad pick. I'm going to go with fellow Aussie, Adam Scott. And with my 7th overall pick, it's going to have to be Bernhard Longer.
That's all right.
It's going to have to be.
I mean, old Bernie's a good player.
Out of Germany.
I will pick Colin Montgomery.
What? Again, no majors.
Check him out. He wins all the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got one more. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, you do.
And
this isn't even going to be a competition, I wouldn't think.
And my next pick will be, my next and final pick will be Hideki Matsuyama.
Sorry to hear that. My condolences to your list. DOA.
Who you going with? Why are you making light of my list?
Because it's bad.
It's a good list.
Because it's bad. You picked two guys who haven't even won a major. I will go with Padraig Harrington.
Now that's funny.
Pretty good golfer out of the great country of Ireland.
Let's bring in Max.
Does Max know golf?
Why do you question Max,
Does Max
all the time?
need to know golf?
Max has been around a long time.
I watch it because, like on Sunday when it's, especially when the weather's bad here, because it's always nice where they are. Didn't Greg Norman always choke in the Masters all the time?
Nah,
Greg Norman choked in everything, as did VJ,
care.
as did Colin Montgomery.
Yeah, Monty. I remember that from the Rome show.
Yeah.
Monty.
Jeff's list is McElroy, Player, Ernie Els, John Rahm, Nick
Why can't
Price,
I say my list?
Adam Scott, Bernhard Langer, and Padraig Harrington.
Can I say? I'll say my list
is
again, Max.
Seve Ballesteros, Nick Faldo, Greg Norman, VJ Singh, Louis Oosthuizen, Jason Day, Colin Montgomery, and Hideki Matsuyama. Max, who you got?
Is John Rahm the one that has the notebook with his like silhouette on it?
Yeah.
I don't know what he has, but he shoots. He shoots the ball, skipping across the water onto the green.
Yeah, he's huge.
And it makes a hole in one.
Shoots the ball. That's how much this clown knows about golf.
What happens when you hit the driver into the middle of the fairway? What do they say that is?
That's a drive.
It's a good shot.
I think last year
he shoots the ball. Well, I've never heard anyone describe a golf shot as, hey, look at what
hits the ball across.
Quiet, Harry. I want to watch him shoot.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Gonna shoot
you
this
deserve
golf
to.
ball.
You deserve to lose this just based on that.
Anyway, my list, Max, because Bob said it with a lack of flair and enthusiasm. Rory McIlroy, Gary Player, Ernie Els. I'll start over. Rory McIlroy, Gary Player, Ernie Els, John Rahm, Nick Price, Adam Scott, Bernhard Longer, and Padraig Harrington.
Who you got, Max?
Was it Rahm last year that was leading a tournament and had to leave because he had, or was it somebody else?
Yeah, he's terrible.
COVID.
Right.
Who cares?
He's terrible. Who do you...
Tough list. I don't know. I like Jeff's list a little better.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll accept
not that
that.
tough.
It won't win, but it's good that you chose it.
Why would you think your list would win?
Well, I wish Duda was here because
I
it's
do
a better
too.
list.
I wish
Seve Ballesteros is one of the big legends of
Gary
golf
Player
all
isn't?
time. Nah, Gary had his moment. And then you go Nick Faldo, who's still
and then you go a bunch of losers after
not
that.
at all.
Greg Norman, huge loser. Vijay Singh, one of the great losers of golf history. Louis Oosthuizen.
Well, I'll tell you what VJ could do well. He could shoot it from 45 yards.
Good. Louis Oosthuizen, at least he has a major. Jason Day, I think, has one. Colin Montgomery, the biggest loser. I thought that the show The Biggest Loser was about him initially. And then Hideki Matsuyama, too young.
Well,
Bad list.
They're all very good shooters.
Well, they're also big losers.
Do you regret saying that?
No, why would I regret it?
Because it's going to be forever a thing on this show now.
He shot the ball. He hit a golf shot.
You sound like you came in from another world.
He made a golf shot. What do you want from me?
That's better. They
Shot.
don't shoot.
They shoot.
John, it's your turn to shoot. Nobody's ever said that.
Take your shot.
Playing golf.
Take your shot, Rory. It's your shot, Rory.
Never. Those words have never been uttered on a golf course.
No one's ever said it's your shot.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they have.
Please shoot. No,
it's your shot. What's a shot? It's you shoot a shot.
Nobody's.
I know you've never shot your shot, but some of us out there do.
I can't wait to see you shoot. Has never been said on a golf.
Well, you can make the phrase any way you want it. Golf shot.
Your
Done.
shooting off the tee has been exceptional today. No, nobody says it.
You don't think so?
No, I know so.
That's too bad.
I've never described a golfer as this guy's a really good shooter.
He's a good shot.
That's not what you said.
Right, but what do you do with shots? You shoot them.
Say it again.
No, I've made my case. You can litigate as you must. But I'm out.
Makes the whole show look bad.
My case is rested.
It really does. It makes the whole show.
Sorry you feel that way.
Look bad when you do things like that. Anyway, it's time for a break.
Already?
Another segment to go. I'll get this out on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at Bob Lutz. I'm hovering right around 10,000. I can't get over the hump.
Well, you were there.
What are your thoughts about that?
It's hard to get Twitter followers. Aren't you getting the bots? The porn bots?
I don't know what I'm getting. Follow me on Twitter. Get me to 10,000, then I may drop it. 869-1240. We got a few minutes left. We got the national championship game. I don't know. I'd give the tournament a B so far. But the anticipation of this game, I'd give an A.
Yeah, this is the game that people wanted. It's the appropriate game to end this season.
How's our bracket challenge going?
I don't know. I heard I was 10th and 11th, so I moved up from dead last, so I don't care. As long as
is the world just about you?
As long as I'm not bad enough to be embarrassing, then whatever happens around me doesn't really matter.
Is the world just about you?
No, but I'm saying I haven't looked, but I was told.
Well, I've got a terrible bracket, and I'm not afraid to say it.
Most people do. Or don't. I don't know.
I am in 14th place.
Oh, I passed you. You stink.
Well, that's what I said. Our friend Scott Griffiths is leading by a lot. By a lot. Congratulations. I consider him to be an expert in many things.
Oh, you do? Well, that's good.
You're 10th and 11th, and my bracket just blew up. I'm ahead of Mike Furchess and some clown who picked Arizona. And that's it. Duda 12th. So you're ahead of Duda and me. But
yeah,
still,
you guys were talking smack.
Still, you're terrible.
Where's our friend David Michael Hahn, who had NC State at least into the Elite Eight, and maybe
I don't know what his name, what he put on his name here.
I don't either, to be honest. Something about the Chiefs, I think.
Well, I don't see that anywhere.
All right, never mind then.
I don't care what David Michael. You know, I don't care what David Michael Hahn's
What, is
doing.
the world all about you?
The world's not all about me.
Okay, then you should care about David Michael Hahn's
I care about him on some levels. I don't care how his bracket's going. You know what I mean?
Nobody cares about anybody else's bracket. But, we got our little group. And
who wins tonight?
Probably, I think I'm going to say Purdue.
So you'd pick Purdue.
I don't know that I'd pick Purdue necessarily.
Well, then if you're not going to pick Purdue, they're a 6.5 point underdog.
I'm starting to believe in I don't know if you call it fate or destiny or just how the stars align or just what history has told us. But I think losing to a 16 and winning the next year has been established by Virginia, and now I think Purdue does it.
Well, it'll be an interesting game for sure. I'm for Purdue because I like Coach Painter better than I like the other guy.
Coach Hurley?
Yeah.
How come Matt Painter never
Matt
gets...
Painter has Valley ties.
Southern Illinois. How come he never gets talked about in these big jobs?
He's happy in West Lafayette.
Well, isn't he a Purdue alum?
Yeah, he's
maybe.
Just loves it there.
He must. He's doing a good job.
And there's nothing wrong with coaching the Boilermakers.
Yeah, Purdue's got a nice little tradition.
They do have a nice tradition. It's good of you to recognize it.
They had that one guy. Who am I thinking of?
They had Rick Mount back in the day.
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of.
Well, look him up. I know you.
I don't want to look up Rick Mount.
You're over there. You want to make fun of him.
I'm not making fun of him.
You're mocking him to some degree.
I'm not mocking him. I just couldn't think of his name. Knew he was an old white guy. That's all I know about Rick Mount.
Rick Mount is 77 years young. He's out of Lebanon High School in Lebanon, Indiana. Played at Purdue. And I'm going to tell you right now, had an incredible college career.
Maybe we should have drafted past Purdue and UConn players.
That would have been fun. Why didn't you think of that?
I don't know.
We needed to get golf in.
You wanted to do a golf thing.
We needed to get golf in there. I can't find his...
Wonder how many Purdue players would have been taken.
Oh, a few. Zach Edey would have been taken.
No, I said that's not past. But I guess he could be included. He got big dog.
Scored 2,595 points in his career at Purdue. Averaged 33 points per game in high school. And I'm a big Rick Mount guy.
Good player.
Wonder if he'll be at the game tonight.
Maybe we'll get him on the show if they win.
Why don't you get Rick Mount on the show?
I'll give it my best shot.
I would guess, and I don't know this for sure, but I played a lot of basketball in my backyard growing up.
Oh, yes.
And I did a lot of that.
That's where you played your best,
I did a lot of that by myself.
Right.
No, really.
No, I know.
And I was out there hours upon hours.
You got every rebound.
And
That's
I was
crazy.
playing imaginary games and doing the broadcasting of these games as I was playing. Drove the neighbors nuts.
You didn't really do the broadcast.
No, I did.
You just said, hey, passes it to this guy. He should.
On the corner, he looks for...
every kid did that.
Looks for Jones on the block. That kind of stuff.
Every kid did that.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Of course I did.
But I did it for hours upon hours.
Yes, so did I.
What goal did you have?
We had that goal in the backyard.
I did build a goal for you over on Longfellow.
Yeah, it was a nice...
I put a concrete court in for it.
Nice goal.
And you know how many times you went out there and played?
A bunch.
3.
No, don't do that. I went out there all the time. And I was a 2-time Biddy All-Star. You're welcome.
You know what I would have been if they had that in Derby?
Short?
4-time, whatever star. And
Really?
I wasn't short. I had height.
I didn't.
You didn't.
And I was still an all-star. How about
They
that?
had to put on a short kid.
No, they didn't.
That's in the rules.
Well, it was me and Trent Overman.
Right. And Trent towered above you.
No, He was pretty short. What's up with Trent Overman? You know what he's up to?
No, I have no idea.
Me neither. Wonder if he's listening.
Why don't you keep track of some of these people?
I don't know. Jeff Martin's still out there.
He's a Facebook friend.
Yeah.
Is he a Facebook friend of yours?
He might be.
No, he's a Facebook friend of mine.
I think he is. Because we tried to talk to Lely a few years ago, and Lely didn't remember me.
Who's Lely?
My friend Lely. I don't know. Lely Allen. I think was his last name. Played on the All-Star team with me. We became
So we got Raw
friends.
tonight. We've got the Cardinals, and we got the national title game. I'm going to be busy. And I got my blue-tinted TV, which I'm going to get replaced.
Oh, you got to throw that out.
I can't wait to call them. And I'm going to say, you know what? I had a technician out today notice some blue tint. And they're going to say, Mr.
God.
Lutz.
What a spoiled that you've never noticed once in your life.
And what they're going to say is, Mr. Lutz, what kind of a TV can we get for you?
You've never even, mentioned there's something off here, but I don't know what it is. You have been watching a perfect television as far as you were concerned.
Oh, I've noticed it.
No, you haven't. And no one else has either. Just keep your TV, leave it alone, and get over it.
Oh, the guy was adamant. Call him. Get it done.
Sure. Why didn't he call him? He works for him.
Nice guy.
And what does it have to do with DirecTV anyway? Why do they have to replace the TV? They didn't make it. They didn't sell it to you. So that doesn't make any sense.
I can't wait to call him.
Well, good luck with that. They didn't install it. They had nothing to do with this television.
By the way, we've put the poll out on Twitter. Golfers. Only 13 votes so far. Your list winning.
Well, duh.
70-30. I need some movement.
It wouldn't hurt, but I don't expect it.
You know, this is the thing about these unscientific polls. Wow, I'm down 9,985 followers.
What happened?
What's going on?
Did you get a mass exodus when you asked for followers?
I topped 10,000 there at one point.
I saw.
For just a brief time.
Wonder where they all went. They saw you posting about the Cardinals and were like, to heck with this guy. I thought he was a community stalwart. All he does is whine.
I don't whine. I rarely whine. I've learned to live with most situations.
Me too.
No.
Like what?
You haven't learned.
I've learned.
You got problems. All right, tomorrow on the show, Kevin Saul, athletic director at Wichita State. Also, we'll have a game. That's part of what we have to offer you on a Tuesday edition of the Bob and Jeff Show. Thanks to Max Power back in the studio. Thanks to all of you for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.
Everybody knows it. Toyota trucks are the stuff of legends. Rugged, durable, everlasting. Toyota makes trucks that just don't quit. And now Toyota is driving that legacy toward the future with two of their most powerful trucks ever, the new Tundra and the all-new Tacoma. In a half-ton Tundra, you can rule the roads. From the comfort of a spacious cabin with connected tech and plenty of hauling power, the Tundra is ready to work hard and play even harder. Or check out the all-new 24 Tacoma, redesigned and electrified to maximize your adventure. With a bevy of available off-road driving and power transfer modes, you will effortlessly crush the conditions. And with the Tacoma's reimagined interior, you'll do it in style. And right now, your local Toyota dealer has more vehicles in stock and is making delivery on new vehicles almost every day. So don't wait. Buy a Tundra or Tacoma today. Visit buyatoyota.com for deals and more. Toyota, let's go places.
It's back. Odyssey's Oceanfront Concerts on the sands of Virginia Beach, April 26th through 28th, with performances by Juicy J and Elite Chopper, along with T Grizzly, Skilla Baby, 310 Baby, and Shorty Shorty. A full weekend of entertainment going down Oceanfront with DJs, food, and more. Odyssey's Oceanfront Concerts. Get your tickets now at OdysseyOceanfrontConcerts.com. That's AUDACY, OceanfrontConcerts.com.